Hey there lovely people and welcome to the Gamer's Rest. My name's Tal and in this brand new series I'll play and then review solo TTRPGs, share my thoughts with all of you, give you a breakdown as to the rules and also upload details as to my own personal journey through each of these different games. Welcome to the solo review. If you've never played a solo TTRPG before, then this is going to be the series for you. And today we're going to start off with the single-page journaling game called Reference Hopping by Julia LaFond. So Reference Hopping is a solo journaling one-page RPG. If you've never done solo journaling before, it's quite straightforward. Effectively, you're given prompts and plots, and it's your job to record what actually happens. So in this instance, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be playing as an intern of the Multiversal Library Network. In this game, you're going to be required to travel to 15 different branch locations and assist with various work requests. All you're going to need is a copy of the game itself, which I'll give you links for at the end, a dictionary and your own imagination. Well, how does it all work? So the game's got two distinct elements. The first part is called dimensional travel. So you start your adventure at your home base known as tutorial. The only way to travel to another library branch is by reference hopping. Each branch library is associated with a dictionary word or logonym, and you can either travel to another branch if the two logonyms begin with the same letter, are anagrams of each other, are synonyms or antonyms, rhyme or are homonyms, or have the same number of letters. Now, if your target logonym doesn't meet any of those 5 conditions, you'll need to come up with other words to serve as stepping stones to reach your destination, preferably without destabilising the space-time continuum along the way. So, for example, there in the actual pack itself, there is an example report, and it shows that the primary location is called Screenshot, and the site you need to travel to is called Example. Now, none of the rules apply for direct travel, so you'll need a stepping stone. In this case, the word sample is used, creating a journey that reads Screenshot to Sample to Example. You can only use each rule once when you're creating your journey, and here you can see we've used the rules for beginning with the same letter, Screenshot and Sample, and then 2 words that rhyme, Sample and Example. It's as easy as that. Once you've actually done your journey, you can arrive at the library branch and begin your instant reporting. You'll be given a prompt detailing the work that needs to be done, along with a brief description of the building's architectural structure. So in the example included in the game, you've been asked to label and shelve new material. Who you meet and what happens is entirely up to you. Your job is just to complete the instant report detailing what has occurred during your visit. So it really is down to you as to what happens. All you've got to do is use your own imagination and come up with anything you want. The only rule is don't destabilise the space-time continuum, because I don't want to have to come down there and clean up after you. So how does the actual game play itself? Well, when I first picked it up, I had to read through the rules a couple of times to understand the reference hopping aspect. I think that's mainly due to my dyslexia. I've never been great with word puzzles, so it took me a little bit of time to work out what I was supposed to do. But once I got the hang of it, I did find it quite satisfying when you could work out a route without having to use a dictionary, or in my case, Word Hippo online. The part that I really enjoyed was the report writing, which might sound a little bit strange at first, but let me explain. When you write and design for a living, you spend most of your time thinking about the constraints and rules of the work you're producing. It's especially true when you're writing adventures or creating monsters for a TTRPG setting. It's very rare that we just get to write for ourselves, and I think that's why I really love this game. You're only given 2 prompts, the architectural style and what needs to be done. Everything else is completely free and completely within your own control. While it's true solo games provide freedom, a lot of them still have a defined structure. So if we take The Wretched and Alone, for example, which is a really good game, you have to narrate what happens, but there is a strict framework as to what you're going to be doing within it. With this game, you get true freedom. So, do you want one of the librarians you meet to be a mouse in a tweed suit? Go for it. Want one of the locations to be in space? Not a problem at all. And yes, of course, I've used both of those scenarios in my own playthrough. Personally, I've loved this game, and I would highly recommend it, not just for anybody that enjoys writing, but for people that just like to explore their creative side. If you're a fan of word puzzles, you're going to really enjoy plotting the routes between the different branches and giving your vocabulary a real workout. The author themselves has said if people want to go out and just enjoy plotting between different libraries, go for it. Really happy that people are enjoying that aspect of the game itself. But if you are a writer, or you just love that creative side, you're going to love the challenge, that minimalist structure of this fabulous game. It's either going to help you clear out all the clutter of ideas that can clog up your imagination, or it's going to give you those stepping stones of inspiration for your next project by simply letting yourself write. Overall, it's a fabulous little game, a great example of how you can create something really, I'm trying to think of the best way to put it, really clever and really wide open in just one page. So if you're a fan of heavy rule structures and very direct pathways, you probably won't enjoy this as much. But if you're someone that just loves to write and imagine, you really are going to love this game. And there we go. That's it. That's the full review. I don't want to give too much away because I want you to go out there and play it for yourself. But if you are interested, you can, of course, pick up my own copy of the review of the game itself. There'll be a Word copy on my Ko-fi. I'll put all the links in the remarks at the bottom. But I'm also probably going to record them as well so that you can have a listen to the actual game itself as I've played it. If you do want to pick it up, and I can't see why you wouldn't. It's a great game to add to your collection. It's a pay what you want project created by Julia LaFond. And you can either download your copy from itch under Calamiris RPG's itch.io, reference hopping, or you could pick it up through the drive-through RPG. You'll see the link on screen now, and there will be a link in the show, in the notes as well. If you do want to check out any more of Julia's work, you can find additional titles under the Calamiris RPG umbrella. And as I said, if you do want to read through my own playthrough of the game, you could head over to my Ko-fi Tal Woodblaze and you'll be able to read it there as well. So there we go. Thank you so much. It's, I've enjoyed it. It's been good fun to just sit back and play a game just for the fun of playing a game. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Do come back and check out more. There's going to be more games coming up in the future. And of course, there are other things on the channel you can check out as well. But yeah, do come back again and join us next time for another review. Got it wrong. Another episode of the Solo Review. Thanks, everyone. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you real soon. Bye.